every action.
तू एक proper नहीं बोल सकती.
I feel like a fucking schoolgirl or something, you know.
बोल, मेरे को तेरी आवाज सुननी है.
Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world.
It's been half a year since my last album released, and the plan for making a second album had been made even before the first album had released. But I have listened to so much new music after that it makes me question what exactly is hip hop. Is hip hop just limited to rap music, EDM, dance, graffiti, beatboxing, or is it much more than that? Does it also include the sounds we hear every day, like the birds chirping, or even traffic, the horn of cars, which I consider as a chaotic form of hip hop?
Yeah. So I was working on my album. So I like, what is the concept of my album? That I got high, and when you get high, the different character traits like moods, they get polarized. Like at one time you feel super confident, and at one point you feel very anxious and like concerned about your career. One time you're the introvert, you don't want to talk to anyone, and one side you're like you want to talk to everyone. So can you make a song on one of these, like anxiety or super confident? What would you be comfortable with if you actually?
I can definitely get it, but if I could also give a little input into the concept.
Yeah. So
it can also be conceived like all these, this is also seen like differently in life and shit. Like there are a lot of times in life where you will feel each of these moods and emotions strongly more than others, right? So that also metaphorically you've taken it all and put it into one day ka sesh. That also you can do it like that as well. But we can figure something out.
If you can make a song on one of these characteristics, it will be easy to put in album.
Like just a verse or a
how
whole
much ever you want. You can take a complete song also.
I will see. Wait, Ashley has to say.
Easy, bro.
Indian classical music, it's like an ocean. There is no floor to how much you can explore it. Each time I dwell into one of its components, I find something new, something that I can bring on my plate, which I can bring in my music. And most of the efforts are going towards inculcating my music with the roots, the Indian classical music. Each song will be based on a raga, and to make sure that the song is limited, constrained by the raga, I will have to bombard myself with a lot of content related to that same raga. So yeah, it's taking a lot of time. I'm also working on a concept called focus zones. So basically, if you don't focus on the song, it will seem to you very chaotic, something completely unorganized, something that is not sounding pleasing to your ears. When you start focusing on the song, then you will find it familiar but not something that is pleasant. It will not be balanced in your ears. Now, when you start focusing on the fast paced part, then you will find the song fast paced. When you focus on the background part, the comparatively slow paced part, then you will find the song very slow paced. So that way it will depict what you feel about time, and the song will behave like an actual being with its own life. I believe this would be my last album, and so I want to give my complete soul into it. I want to make sure the album has its own life. It behaves like a living creature, and this is going to take time. So even I don't know when the album will release, but let's hope that I find my inspiration soon enough and bring together the musical components that will help my vision, help me solve this jigsaw puzzle that does not even have a final image.